What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? Alex, Andre, Grimlock, Silva, JB, how you all doing? I have got to free up some inventory space here, and I'm thinking about deleting everything again. It's been a while since I deleted everything. You know what? Let me look through my heroes first. I'm going to delete everything, y'all. I'm going to sell everything off. I want a bunch of inventory space. See, that one's 422 range up top. This would be a little bit better, but I would have to respec it. Not much better, but slightly. What's going on there? Pampas, happy, make fun time. What's up? What's up? What else? That one doesn't have range as a... That one's actually even better. That would be... Or no, it wouldn't, because the passives are lower. I'm not positive on that one, Twiggy. It's only on fused weapons. I do know that for sure, but I'm not sure if it's only in Massacre. I don't think I have any lower level weapons to look. Let me see. Doesn't look like I do. Alright, let me see. Who else? We had EV is in primitive. Can't imagine I'm going to have any upgrades here, right? Nah. The rogue I don't even care about. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I don't have any ups here either. Chest, maybe? I'm not going to give up power and rate. Jesus, this chicken, man. You hear that chicken? Well, you don't really have to worry about it until you're in Massacre anyway, Twiggy. Don't farm prior to end game. There's so much grinding to do end game. You don't want to start grinding earlier. It looks like my settings may have gotten reset too. The tavern looks a little glowier now than normal. What's going on there, Simon B? Thank you so much for subscribing. All right, let me just do it, y'all. I'm going to bite the bullet and do it here. Let's see. Oh, we're going to have inventory space in a minute. So sad, no trading. I would just give all this stuff away. Alright, now I know I've got a really good ancient set sitting here, but why would I use an ancient set on anybody anymore? Because you can use the Arcanist Tome. Yeah, you know what? I'm just not even gonna bother with it. Alright, now we got way too many weapons too. I think we should go through these manually though. Oops. I got way too many swords that I'm never going to use. – Look at all these. Holy crap, man. I think anything with 3 stats on it I'll keep. All right. Where are we at? 225. I don't think my inventory's been this low in a long time. I like it. All right. Masks. Holy shit, man. Look at them all. I guess I'll keep a few. $196. Yes. That's crazy. Let's fill it up, huh? Let's go fill it up now. That's how it works. I took it down to about 250 twice now since this update dropped. And it just keeps filling up. What do I got in the deck? I want to get some levels going here. Let's level somebody we don't need. You know what? How about another EV? Let's level another EV that we don't need. You hold down S, Storm Dragon. If you hold down S, you can just spam click and it will sell. Same thing with locking. You can hold down L and then spam click and it will sell. All right, y'all. Let's go get some monkeys, huh? Lycan King bonus waves. Hop on in. I'm gonna change the name of the match here, though. I'm gonna blame Storm Dragon. We're gonna call this one Storm Dragon's Monkey Farm. Take that, Storm Dragon. Here we go. Let's see. Let's just connect it all up here. You haven't played in like a year. What is the TLDR of what you need to know to come back? Massacre mode is here now. There's new characters, the Rogue and the Warden, which are both really, really OP. There's Rifted mode now, which is where you're going to want to farm, but if you're not in Massacre yet, I would probably just say hold off and wait until you get to Massacre. Just because of the grind. Rifted gear, like you can start right out of the gates, but Rifted, playing the Rifted game mode is all about farming. So why would, you wouldn't want to go and farm yourself into the ground when you're not even at end game yet, you know? Obi-Wan, what's up, man? We're gonna get some badass monkeys today, Obi-Wan. Just saying. I'm gonna remain optimistic, and we are gonna get all the awesome monkeys. Just spam it here. I think we're good. Let's get it. Did we fill up? Yeah, we did. Who we got? We got Silver Haze, we got Betagon, and we got Nex Mojo. Yeah, but you're wasting your time is the thing, though, Twiggy, is the deal. You're farming a bunch of stuff that's only going to be replaced, and in the time it takes you to farm the sets, you could be in Massacre mode. You know, say you started doing Rifted in, say, Nightmare, or even Insane for that matter. By the time you go through and get all the sets and have usable versions of all the sets, you would certainly be in Massacre mode already. So that's why I say that. It's not because it can't be done. I mean, you can play through the entire game on Rift mode if you choose to. But you're grinding a bunch of time away in a grind game when the grind hasn't even begun. You know, the grind doesn't start until Massacre mode. Everything up until then is just playing, you know? You don't even have to have good gear, to be honest with you, Mr. Skrill. Just get to Massacre mode, get like a couple of survival runs in on Massacre mode, and get some good basic sets. It doesn't have to be fine-tuned at all. And then start thinking about your Rift stuff, is what I personally would suggest. Because it is a grindy mofo, you know? Dungeon Defenders games are all about the grind, and there's no difference with DDA. Yeah, you can start the game on any difficulty, well, anything up to Insane. Well, there's 3 more updates coming, A Rusted Night, so there will either be just additions like there were, where Massacre is the top, and then like Act 4 is considerably harder mobs than Act 3, which is harder mobs than Act 2, which is harder mobs than Act 1, etc. So they'll either do that, or they'll put another difficulty in. If they put another difficulty in, I'm going to guess it probably wouldn't come until the very last update, though. Would be my guess, anyway. I mean, I don't know what they have in mind. What makes tower defense a good tower defense? Well, I mean, there's a lot of different ways, but it's just got to have some kind of a hook. The main thing is replay value. A tower defense game that you just play through, I'm not going to, personally, I'm just not going to get into it as much as a tower defense game that offers a good hook and replay value. So like in Orcs Must Die games, it's, you know, getting scores or endless mode. That's the hook. In games like Sanctum, endless mode is the hook. In games like Dungeon Defenders, well, the loot is the hook, you know? And the loot's what keeps you playing. So as long as it's got a good hook, you know, I mean, I like all kinds of different tower defense type games. You know, I love games where you can path enemies, but then again, I love games with like deep strategy, like Bloons games. And then, you know, I love a good loot farm. Well, yeah, I mean, if there's no diversity, it would just be boring experience. Going on, Diabolical? I've got family coming to visit tomorrow for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. It's the downside of living with your mother-in-law. People will come to visit her and stay forever. It wouldn't be as bad, but it's my sister-in-law and her husband, who I've never met either of them. And my sister-in-law, or my wife and her sister, do not get along very well. What do I think is the best Dungeon Defenders game? That's like asking somebody who their favorite kid is, JB. I ain't answering that one, man. I could tell you what game I played the most. I put more hours into Dungeon Defenders 2 than any of them. DD1 and DDA are getting close. DD1 is still slightly ahead for me in hours played, but DDA is getting really close. Unfortunate with the sub. Thank you so much. I mean, I think as far as long-term potential, I think DDA has got more potential than what's left of DD1 or DD2, personally. I think DD1's kind of the legendary game that started it all. I wish what they would have done, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm having a lot of fun in DDA, but what I wish they would have done is taken DD1, the exact game, and made it look like DD2. I wish they would have done that. Your first set should be either you found a spot where you could pet the Lycan King and you won't bite back. Your first set should either be Warden's Wisps or the DST. There, KSO. MD Gamer, what's up? What's up? I'm doing good, man. I just think DD1 offers a really, really quality game, especially after all the years that the community development team put into it. I mean, they really cleaned the game up and made it what it is today. It wasn't trendy. Trendy made a good base product, and the community development team made it perfect, you know? But if they could take that current community development team version and make it look like DD2, I think it would have been a huge win for Chromatic. If you're in my Discord server, it's pinned up top. And I got an image here I'll show you in a second. It's got all the drop locations. It's all targeted farming, so everything has a specific location where you have to go to get it. Here's the image. So the first column is defense 1, the last column is defense 5, and they're all in order. So screenshot that. And then Act 4 maps all drop random stuff. If you guys, anybody needs that image, it's pinned up top in my Discord server. Yeah, we'll go ahead and step out of the way of all those kobolds. Oh, I am very afraid of bonus wave kobolds, Aramir. There is zero doubts there. Zero doubts. All right, just give me my monkey. I wants my monkey game. I'm going to get a 400 plus monkey today to make Aramir drool. And then I'm going to say, haha, take that, Aramir RNG. Is it going to be on this map? Let's see. Where's my monkey? It's not going to be on this map. No, it is not. Got a crappy miner helm. Got some crappy primitive boots. What did I get last run? 374, but only vitality and attack. I mean, doesn't have all 3 stats. I should just throw it right in the trash, but I'll save it. Yeah, yeah, it is a public game. I'll do like 3 matches and then I'll reset the group. That way some new people can get in. No, that's not a bug. That's how it's always been, actually. There, order. They gonna aggro them towers. Guys, just don't want to drop the mana. There we go. Now I got some mana. Oh, it's all good there, Mojo. What? A Dungeon Defenders game with buggy co-op? How could that be? I actually think Dungeon Defenders 1, as laggy and as rough as the netcode is, I think it may have the most stable connections. Yeah, giraffes got changed. There's no builder pets anymore. A rifted Dark Elf Warrior can't be attacked by any non-rifted tower or non-fusion tower. So if you're playing Rift mode, the Dark Elf Warriors there won't be attacked by towers unless they're fusion towers. There's not a current up-to-date one, beta, but there will be. That's one of the things I've got on my list here to get done here today. That may actually, the late video today will be an Orcs Must Die video. But probably tomorrow morning it will be there. It's pretty easy, though. On a DPS hero, you want to use either a monkey or a cat. A warden, a monk, or a squire also have very viable pet damage builds. You're getting from 70 to 83 and you tried Rifted? Fair enough. Yeah, getting your first tower, your first fusion tower is a big, big deal for Rifted. And it's because of the Dark Elf Warriors. The Dark Elf Warriors are literally the most challenging thing in the game all the way through. My rogue stats are not fantastic. I've been farming the living shit out of weapons, and I just cannot get a quality weapon from the keep. Your 6-second Demon Lord pet is probably not going to get it for you there, Aramir. The Demon Lord pet's not very good, even if you get one at the speed cap. It's got a coolness factor to it, but it's just not very good. If it was AoE, it would be way, way better. It does like AoE damage as far as the level of damage, but it's a single target tower, or a single target pet. So it's just not worth using in any situation, other than for memes. Oh, there's been a million of those bugs in DD2, Obi-Wan. DD2 is a buggy train wreck. Come on, Super Monkey. Yeah, I'm getting tired of grinding the keep. Out of what, Christian? Well, DDA is a way, way better game. DD2 is a buggy train wreck full of monetization that's fun and is very, very pretty, but DDA has got a future. DD2 does not have a future. So, I mean, if you never played DD2, it's well worth playing. Don't get me wrong. But DDA is the future of the franchise. DD2 is the dark past that Chromatic prefers not to talk about. It's like that third cousin that turned into a mass murderer, and all of the family is aware of them, yet everyone refuses to acknowledge their existence. It's that. Well, I mean, same could be said about every game out there, right? It was a great game. It's just it wasn't made by game developers. That's its core problem. It was made by a bank. Dungeon Defenders 1 had lots of heart and passion poured into it. Dungeon Defenders Awakened has lots of heart and passion poured into it. Dungeon Defenders 2 was 100% made for profit from a bank. And it reflects in the game, you know? The shard system is all because of monetization. You know, the crafting system, well, it's full on pay to win now, all the way up to Chaos 8. Well, you can't get that last tier, but you know what I mean. Super fun game. If you haven't experienced it, by all means do. But it's not the game that it was back in early access and in beta. Not at all. However, DDA is getting a little better every update. So, can't say that about DD2. Every update in DD2 has shit on the game more and more and more over the last 6 years. The last update was good, but literally every update before that was a step down. The majority would agree there, Silva. Oh, I bet it will, Daedalus. I bet there will be a little Squire balance at some point. I mean, Lalta's a big Squire fan, and he's the creative director, right? So you know he wants the Squire to be good. Well, we're talking about the Squire's defenses, not the Squire's DPS. The Squire's DPS is a beast. The Squire's defenses are just sad and ashamed. They're almost the exact same thing, Battle Dawn, so take your pick. Most maps, DSTs would be more versatile. On some maps, the Wisp will. But they're both extremely effective on every map. The Wisps are the new DST. I hope they don't get into that. I mean, they might. I want new stuff, personally. If they're going to remake the old game, then remake DD1, make it look like DD2, and you got a winner. But if you're going to make a new game, then give us new stuff. That's my personal opinion. What's going on there, Joseph? Hello, Germany. The Wisp is overused right now already, Obi-Wan. Literally everyone is spamming Wisps. Every endgame player out there is spamming Wisps. Now, part of it is they're doing it because they've been spamming DSTs for the last year. So it's a nice change, you know? Nice change of pace. The Blossoms are awesome. They're extremely effective. Sludge launchers are the most powerful defense in the game. They're just not as fun, is the thing. They've got no shiny pizzazz, you know? Sludge launchers are just meh. But it's the most powerful defense in the game, without a doubt. What do we got? What do we got? Hey there, Mr. Monkey. You're a POS. How about you? You're a POS too. Thanks for the crap monkey crummies. Thank you, thank you. Ooh, what was my last one? Oh man, that one's a POS as well. Oh well, what are you gonna do? What's going on there, Sizix? We'll do one more and then I'll get a fresh group going. So anybody that wants to join after this run, get ready to hop on in. Uzar, what's up, what's up? Where the heck's that update on the Switch, Uzar? I want to play on the Switch, but I want to wait for the Lycan's Keep update. Got you a Transcendent 4-stat? Nice. Switch crashes a lot? That stinks. Hopefully the Lycan's Keep update will resolve that, because it's got the Lycan's Keep update has got all of those performance changes in it that were designed specifically for the Switch, with the slower firing towers and all that good stuff. So I mean, that should be a big game changer for Switch players. You haven't had any crashes and you're in Nightmare? That's pretty good then. Let's see. We'll get some Mega Chicken action going on this one. Get him, Mega Chicken, get him. Any Massacre maps will very easily get you well past 7k main stats. You finally beat the Keep On Massacre. Grats there, One True Dragon. Because people were complaining about it. Range pets don't either. The only way they hit sirens is if it's AoE. Like if it fires at something else that's near the siren and the AoE explodes and hits the siren. But they won't fire at a siren. People were complaining, I think, about pets attacking sirens and getting the siren aggro. I'm not positive on that, but I'm assuming that's why they changed that. I'm looking forward to more fusion pets coming in because, you know, besides a support pet, like a gemstone or a giraffe, or a cat, or even a genie for that matter, there's only actually, you can't use a damaging pet unless it's a fused pet, and there's only 4 of them. Well, I mean, the ideal AI would be if you attack an enemy, the pet will attack an enemy, right? So if you're standing next to a siren and you don't want to kill the siren, well, don't attack it, and then your pet won't. But if you want to kill the siren and you go and attack it, then your pet should attack it, right? Makes the buff defense fusion. You know what? I could actually see them doing that. I would not be surprised at all if they put something like that in, Andreas. That would be such a game changer for new players. This things would be the hottest item on the market for new players, assuming player trading ever happens. Could you imagine standing on a DST stack and getting free fusion defenses out of it? Type of tower I would like to see? Well, I'm a big fan of steampunk type stuff. So I would love to see some kind of a engineer type class that drops actual turrets. Like you could have a cannon, you could have like a machine gun or Gatling gun type thing. Well, I mean, fused armor would be to what you would want to shoot for. A pet that converted to fusion damage wouldn't be what an endgame player would use. That would be a kind of a fail setup. That would be an entry level player thing. The man and machine would be cool. I mean, obviously it never came to DD2, and there is the character model's already done for it. It was there at the MOBA. So, I mean, they could just swipe that character model, port it into Unreal 4, and call it good, right? Rig it up and give it some defenses and abilities or whatever. Yeah, but anyway, a gemstone that converted a tower to fusion would be very, very, very new player-ish. That's not something you would want to do. You just wouldn't be able to hit enough of your defenses, you know? But that would be an awesome catch-up mechanic. You know, something like that. Say the 4th update. I know Andreas said it as a joke, but I think as like the last update for the game or something, put something like that in to give new players a catch-up mechanic. I think that would be a great idea. Oh, you didn't say it as a joke. I mean, it's not a bad idea. You know, I mean, it's not something that any current players are going to be interested in. But it would be something pretty awesome for a new player, you know? Get him, little chicken. Get him. Yep, survival is where the XP is. Do the highest difficulty survival that you can do easily, and then spam wave 20 starts, and you'll be at level 70 like in no time, within an hour. Yeah, I mean, of course, there's current players of all levels, but I mean, it wouldn't have the excitement, I don't think, as it would have many updates down the road for players, you know? The problem with Dungeon Defenders games is if you start really late, like say all of the content is out, say it's 2023 or 2024 or whatever, all the content's out, the game is here. If you start playing it then, your experience is going to be way different, because the only thing you're going to, you know, you're going to jump into the game and literally everybody is going to be on Massacre mode. So that's where the carry culture comes in. You know, it's like, imagine a new player starting Dungeon Defenders 1 right now. Like, they would be in nightmare mode within 20 minutes because they would just take the carries, you know? And really, I mean, I think that the most fun part of the game, I mean, I like min-maxing and setting up special heroes to do absurd things and everything else. But as far as just general gameplay, for me personally, the best time of the game is super early game. Because you're getting all of the, like, every map you run, you're getting upgrades. Every map, you know? I love that stuff. We'll go rogue it up for the bonus wave. Well, the sets, what set you use is dependent on what hero you're playing and what defenses they're building. Fusion defenses are all per defense. So, you know, if you're trying to set up your second defense, it would be guard. Your third defense would be militia, fourth minor, fifth primitive, etc. Every Dungeon Defenders game is a huge grind, Christian. Every single one. It's just a different grind. In DDA, you're grinding for rare loot. In DD2, you're grinding a number on a screen, and loot is not really a big factor. Loot is just the handbag that holds your shards and mods in DD2. But every Dungeon Defenders game has got an absurd grind to it. Every one of them. What's up, Tressa? Well, I mean, I've got a lot going on. You don't grind for the 10 of 10. You grind for the 286 reroll tokens. So you're grinding for that number on the screen. You get the 286 reroll tokens, you got your 10 out of 10. You know, then what do? You grind on slot floors. Yay, I did 42. Now I get to do 43. And it's the same thing with no reward. Yay! I mean, if that's the grind that you like, then that's it. They said by the end of the year they're chronic. Boo. Come on, monkey. Boo. What about the one from last wave? Boo. Nothing but a bunch of boo tier monkeys. What the heck, man? All right. So I will start up a fresh run, y'all. So anybody that wants to can jump in. Brooches are guaranteed drop from Alchemical Labs Bacon Lord. So Alch Lab bonus waves would be the best way to farm them if you're looking for those specifically. Right, I'm gonna go out to main menu. I can start up a freshie. I'm gonna do another Ancient Mines. If you cleared Ancient Mines Survival at starting at level 15 like I did, then hats off to you. But I would keep spamming Ancient Mines until you're about level 55 and then go through the insane campaign. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, but as far as guaranteed brooches, that's the guaranteed brooch, you know? The better brooch, like I'm using a ton of them. I mean, they do have way lower stats, but you look at, say, this one, you see the stat differences are pretty huge. This one's actually got better HP regen and movement speed, so I am just going to take that right now. My rogue's gonna be a super speedy boy at some point. Yeah, the Demon Lord Broachers for starter brooches, because they're better than nothing. Exactly. You upgrade the... It's the same as before. Nothing has changed with DPS Heroes Juiced. You go for a set bonus, and any set bonus... To get started, like I'm using Inspired Assault, which Inspired Assault is just a raw 20% damage increase. So make sure your main hand and offhand matches. You know, so if you're on, say, a monk... Oh! What happened to my Etherean champion? Well, what the heck? Let me see. Shoot, I don't have any of the stuff. I sold them all. God dang it. Anyway, I'm mismatched here on the monk, but I haven't been playing him DPS in so long. That's probably how that happened. But make sure your set bonus matches and upgrade your weapon. Every DPS weapon you upgrade the same. Always dump the points into damage, no matter what the hero, no matter what the weapon. It's on Xbox. It hasn't made it to Switch yet. God, I hate the way everything resets just because you played a public game. Well, you would... A paintball gun is a guaranteed drop from any Act 3 Rifted map. But you don't want a paintball gun, though. you want a boss weapon. Paintball guns just for memes. This is PC, Mary. What were we doing? Endless Spires. Let's see. What do we want this one to be named? We'll see if Phil's watching. Yep, I spelled Phil with an O. God dang it. Let's see if Phil's paying attention. Well, I mean, you would want one from the Keep, Bacon Lord. If you're looking for an end game set, you would 100% want one from the Keep, because they're going to roll up to they're just going to be higher quality. But you can get one on the Keep that's going to be up to 5 mana regen. Which is pretty big, you know? Yeah, I said it looked like it was a Pierce right at the end. It's not a very good Pierce. It's not a very strong Pierce. I'm thinking it might be just a one-target Pierce. I mean, it's once again, it doesn't matter. It's a fill-in weapon until you can get a boss weapon. That's all those other weapons do. That's the only thing they're good for. Monkeys come from Endless Spires Survival, Mary. And once the update hits Switch, you're going to be able to get a fusion one, but you need the Lycan's King update to hit first, which should be soon. They said that it's in the Nintendo lot check. It's kind of like Nintendo's version of certification. So, I mean, hopefully that hits. I mean, hopefully it hits this week, right? What did I forget? Oh, I didn't put gas traps in. Derp. How do people join so fast? They quick. They speedy. We got 4 in here already? Yeah, we do. Who we got? We got Dallas, we got Boko Loco, and we got Aramir coming to steal the RNG. Damn it, Aramir, if you get a 400 monkey off of this group, I'm going to be so pissed. You can feel the RNG flowing. It's waiting for the people to connect is why. It's because just like Dungeon Defenders 1 and Dungeon Defenders 2, what the hell? Chromatic stole their netcode from a Crackerjack box. It was a how to netcode mail-in offer in the back of a 1970s comic book. That's why it takes so long to load multiplayer games. Well, you have the Endless Spires, but fusion pets are going to be getting added in, is what it is, Mary. They're not there yet until that update hits. And that's what you want. That's the hotness. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I've been really enjoying it. Here he is with his damn pizza wings. If you were doing Ancient Mines, like some Ancient Dragon bonus waves on mines, you could. I noticed the hat, Aramir. I noticed the hat. He got the wings because he stole the RNG. What's going on there, Quick? Quicksilver is extremely fast until the Flash comes along. And then, of course, Superman makes them both look like they're quadriplegics. I never understood that. The Flash, he's got one thing, right? Why the hell is Superman faster than him? Why does Superman have all the things? It's not right. It's just not right. That's not how they're portraying them in current comics there, Mortis, or the movies. Hey, I'm not the one who makes the rules. The comics, the current comics as well. Superman is faster. In the comics in 1970, the Flash was faster than Superman. In modern day comics, they are not. Modern day comics have taken a bit of a turn. He can add me, Mary, but to be completely honest, my PlayStation is sitting on the floor in the corner, and I haven't even turned it on in like 2 years. Well, current comics are selling bad because no one reads them. No one buys them anymore, except collectors. Everyone reads them online, you know? The only way you get the pizza wings, no one buys them because they don't have to. I mean, people still buy them. Obviously, collectors are collectors. Collectors will always buy them. But they don't sell like they used to because that was the only option. Yeah, that's the other problem, is the stories have all been pretty much damn near every hero or villain. Their stories have been changed so many times over the years. Yeah, pizza wings are from Chromatic for watching their Friday streams. They do giveaways, and the pizza wings are one of the giveaway items. They actually look terrible, but it's currently the rarest thing in the game right now. So just the fact that Aramir has them and I don't just irritates me beyond belief. But I think there's like maybe 3 people now, 3 or 4 people total besides developers that have them. So, I mean, it's 100% the rarest thing in the game. It is a pet, Robert. I just had a giveaway, and Saturday night I gave a bunch of them away. I'll be doing another one soon. Kevin, thank you so much for subscribing. No, they've said they're not going to. So transmogs for pets are never going to happen. It's too much work. You got to remember, it's a really, really tiny indie team that can barely get things done that they're trying to do now. So they'll never have pet transmogs. They've already said it. I mean, Diabolical doesn't have a juicy fruit? What? That's crazy. What's going on there, Brush for Life? What'd you come back to? You know, same old stuff. Just getting bad drops and crying about how Aramir gets good drops and I don't. So same old story. The dragon is easy. Play the squire and stand up close to him. He can't hit you. The mech is a pain in the ass. It's the hardest one out of all of them by far. You get him from watching Chromatic's Friday streams there, Boca. Aramir's going to get nothing but crap tier monkeys here. Crap tier. Oh, RNG hates me beyond belief. I've been saving my crossbows every night that I've been farming on the keep. And like every night before I go to bed, I'll farm like an entire page of crossbows. In the past, probably 5 days, maybe even 6 days. I bet I farmed 250 crossbows. That's not including the swords and everything else. Rate and power, that's good. That's a usable minor piece. How about that monkey? Ooh, crappy monkey. Last one was a crappy monkey too. God dang, man. What the heck, loot? Well, my normal stream schedule is 3 p.m. Pacific time every day but Thursday. But here for the next 2 weeks, I've got family visiting, so it's gonna bounce around. Like today, I started early because they get in tomorrow, so I got a ton of stuff to do tonight, this afternoon and tonight. So my stream schedule for the next couple weeks will be a little bit different. Might be some late night stuff. Might be some earlier morning stuff. I'm going to have videos, plenty of videos going up, though. So there'll be lots of content, but my stream schedule is going to be a little wonked. I can't say this too loud, but I'm hoping it's not as painful as I think it's going to be. Because I really think it's going to be super painful. Cammy, thank you so much for the super chat. Can't get the keep done. Oh, man. Well, hit me up later on tonight in Discord, and I'll see if I can't help you out. Yeah, that's coming in Lycan's Keep update, Uzar. You're going to be able to farm an Arcanist headpiece, which is a wild card piece that fills in any other fusion set. And it also completes your first defense. So, like, with my monk, I have the first defense, of course, is ensnares. So it gives me the ensnares for free, and then I've got a guard set on for the electric auras. Well, all those stats are going away as soon as you get the Lycan's Keep update, Josh, so don't even sweat it. Heroes are going to be getting dumbed down really, really quick. You're only going to have 3 stats to worry about: vitality, attack, and ability. So just ignore everything. Just stack, if you're staying alive, stack everything into attack. If you're not staying alive, then put enough into vitality to keep you alive and stack everything else into attack. But there's a brand new system coming in the Lycan's Keep update, assuming you're playing on the Switch. Yeah, the same exact build you were using before, if you were using an AFK build before, number 96. The nerf to the range for the wisps did absolutely nothing. It's like, it was like, you know, their range was hundreds of meters longer than it used to be, so losing 10 of those hundreds of meters did nothing. All of the old builds still work. So, like, that build I've been spamming on stream is my AFK build that I use every day. And I just sit there. I don't even upgrade anymore. I just sit there until the boss comes. I wouldn't worry about it much until you get to... Don't worry about fine-tuning anything until you get to Massacre mode. In fact, you don't even really need to upgrade anything other than upgrade one weapon. That way you can put out some damage. And then upgrade your defenses. Yeah, the Harpoon Proton thing is not going to hold up much too long. I can assure you of that. It's not going to work out once you get into the higher difficulties. Look at that. Chicken can't shoot a bird. Projectiles too slow. DST is probably the strongest overall defense in the entire game. It's the only defense that, like, every endgame player has been spamming for the last year. And there's been no change to that. The reason everybody's using wisps now are not because they're so remarkably better. It's because it's something different, because everybody has only been spamming DSTs. So, yeah, it's like one of the most powerful defenses in the game. It's extremely useful, so absolutely. It is a meta defense. What's going on, Thaden? I'm doing good. Prepping up for the arrival. The arrival tomorrow. You want either DSTs or wisps would be your best bet, Phoenix. So you want to play the maps that will give you that set. It's all guaranteed drops. Don't kill me. Just got done working 18 hours. Holy shit, man. Nice, Den. That's awesome. Nothing wrong with a little luck. Yeah, I'll be doing public games all stream. Probably won't. I'll probably only do like another, probably another 3 or 4 matches. Like I said, I got a million things to get done. They get here tomorrow morning. Well, I mean, I would guess they're Thaden. Jeez. Switch it up to old Rugalicious here. Well, I mean, it's you have no choice. You have to shoot him. If you're playing Rift mode, Rifted Dark Elf Warriors, no defense in the game will target them unless it's a fusion defense. So you're going to just have to kill him yourself. It's wave 25. The victory chest reward from the keep, Ginge. Yeah, they scale off defensive stats. Fortify is longer duration. Rate is a faster cooldown. Reset time. And then power is straight power. Range does nothing. Ooh, I got punted. I'm not sure if they drop on lower difficulties, to be honest with you, Ginge, but they may. I haven't done any of the lower difficulty maps. I do not. I use regular OBS. I don't like all the plugins. Streamlabs OBS is really good for like a brand new streamer that's unfamiliar with the software and doesn't really, it's just unfamiliar with streaming and it's just learning it. Streamlabs OBS is really good in that situation. But Streamlabs OBS is just regular OBS with a bunch of Streamlabs plugins. And I just prefer not to use the Streamlabs plugins. They don't seem very good to me. Yeah, I haven't done it yet to see. There's no way in hell I'm going to go through 25 waves on Nightmare. Unless I have to. If it's an achievement. Not many people are switching that I'm aware of. Most people, there's no difference. OBS is OBS. Do you want to use Streamlabs plugins or don't you? I mean, I don't use Streamlabs at all for anything. So I wouldn't want to use any Streamlabs plugins. It is an achievement. Boo. That sucks. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, use whatever you like, you know? JT, what's up? What's up? How you doing, man? That ogre's name was That's My Cat. Oh, what happened? I don't even see what it was. A wyvern. Huh. Very, very weird. Very weird. Oh, I'm doing good. Building is way more important in DDA, Schnoober. DD2 is, do you have the mods and shards? Yes. Then slap down defense 1, 2, and 3 and win. DDA is more about planning strategies and using, countering the enemies properly without just spamming random shit, whichever you happen to have the mods and shards for. So building is much more complex in DDA. In DD2, throw it on the ground, it's going to work, right? If you got the shards and mods, the defense is going to work no matter where you put it. Where DDA is a lot more, it's a lot more tactical. Building is much more precise requirements. If you played DD1, DDA is like DD1. If you never played DD1, then it will be a little bit different for you. You got to remember that DD2 was a financial disaster, so they're trying to make a product that's more similar to their successful game, which was DD1. So everything DDA they're trying to mix it up and give it its own personality. But the majority of the game is closer to DD1 than DD2. Well, hundreds of people would disagree with you, and millions of people would agree with you, Phoenix. I mean, DD2 is a great game, super fun, but it's not DD1. You know? So, like, if you went into DD2 with expectations, like a lot of people did, the majority of people did, and then you saw what the game was like, most players hated it. It's still got a very dedicated player base, though. Forgot to switch. Monk it is. Get wrecked, Sovereign. I got no mana regen on my monk. I haven't set my monk up at all yet. I actually logged like 800 hours, I want to say, in Eternity. 600 or 800 hours. I love those machine gun archers. That was the funnest thing ever. All pets. Read the patch notes, Phoenix. Read the patch notes. Pets were changed. They know no pet gives builder stats anymore. No pet in the game. Oh, that's light. There, Newbin, bro. That's my least played Dungeon Defenders game. I done fell in a hole. Well, you can target farm accessories, but it's all RNG on what you roll. Demon Lord is a guaranteed brooch drop. Throne Room is guaranteed bracer drop. And then Summit and the Keep is guaranteed mask drops. But there's no guarantee it's going to have mana restore on it. If you've never played it, I would say play the original game. But Redux is pretty awesome. But if you've never experienced the original, then it's best to experience the original. On this map that I'm seriously overpowered for, Merc, absolutely. On a map like the Keep, that I've got some of the highest stats in the game, I can move a defense 1 pixel off in the wrong area and lose the map because of it. So, and it was a comparison to DD2, not to DD1. DD2, you have the shards and the mods that you need. You close your eyes and you throw the shit down the lane. That's what it was referring to. It wasn't referring to DD1. Yeah, survival was in DD1. That's where it originally came from. Trying a new build on the Keep. Nice, nice. I like survival, but I do like an endless mode. That was nice in Orcs Must Die and Sanctum, having the endless modes. Dungeon Defenders games will never have them, I don't think. DD2 had it for a second. But endless modes are pretty fun. There's no way that the game could handle it. It couldn't handle the scaling. It wouldn't it just wouldn't run, you know? Sadly. They could do that, yeah. But then what would happen is we'd end up having a really, really slow running game because it would take longer to kill enemies, which means the next spawn wouldn't come. The original Dungeon Defenders did not have endless mode, or does not have endless mode. And even now, the original Dungeon Defenders, when you get to wave 25 on some of those maps, it's a slideshow. What's going on, Brent? It's been optimized quite a bit by the CDT over the years. DD1 did have endless spires. That's it. That's the only endless mode. Moon bases. Yeah, there was 8-player maps, absolutely. Some big ones. That's why it's such a big mystery why they can't seem to make something like that happen in DD2 or DDA. Because it was a thing before, right? Endless ogres. Servants' quarters was the worst. The worst. Can't have endless with a level cap. I don't know what you mean there. Orcs Must Die and Sanctum did it. Yeah, Moonbase was rough, man. Moonbase was a grind. That, and we just lived there for so long, right? Man, what is the deal with the monkey RNG being so awful? Just terrible. No, there was a set amount of enemies. I mean, how would you complete it, right? Probably so. You would think so there, Daedalus. It's how that would be the normal thing, right? The summit. It's all about boss weapons. I just put a video out on it. A tier list with bows, but the best bow would be from the keep. The second best bow would be from the summit. Third best bow would be from Alk Labs, unless you're an ability user, and then it would be throne room. But all about them boss weapons. Oops. I'm sitting here trying to place down roots with my rogue. That's not gonna work. You're gonna place these any sloppier. No, that's not true at all. In Orcs Must Die, the scaling of the enemies goes up. There's not more of them. They hit harder and they have higher HP. It was the same thing with Sanctum. So you get into a high wave in Orcs Must Die, it takes forever to kill one enemy. The thing that would trash games is if you had the quantity go up. You couldn't have the quantity keep going up. You had the number of enemies keep going up. It would just be, the whole challenge would be who's got the better machine that can last the longest. So it'll never be about quantity of enemies in any of those endless games, because it would just fry people's hardware. But yeah, you get to, like in Orcs Must Die 3, you get to wave 50 endless mode. You sit there and spray into an armored ogre into his head for minutes before it eventually kills. It's supposed to be the easiest Act 4 map, Luke. The way they worded it is that map is supposed to be the catch-up mechanic. So it'll help... it'll be an easy map for players to do to get geared up. Kind of to just get caught up with the rest of the player base. It is a pretty chill map, you know? But yeah, it's the easiest map in Act 4, but it drops loot comparable to Misty Mire. Or the Mill. Yeah, if you're just doing, like if you're not in Rifted mode yet, and you're just playing through on normal mode, that's the map for sure. That's the map to grind. I don't know what the XP is like compared to the Act 3 maps. It may not be worth it because the XP might be lower. Speaking of XP, I wonder how my, Oh, look at that. Level 105. Didn't even realize. Let's grab another. What do we want this time? Another Squire? Yeah, let's grab another Squire because, you know, at some point, sometime, someday, they're going to actually make Squire good. So I'm going to want a couple of Squire builders ready to go. It does, but it doesn't hit him until you enter into the lure phase. So it follows the same AI as your towers. No towers will hit him until he comes on the inside to go after the lure. Yeah, I mean, you could only have 2 fusion defenses, so, you know, if you're playing the Squire and you want fusion walls and fusion harpoons, well, that's one Squire. Well, what if you want fusion bowling balls or a slice and dice? You're going to need different Squires or be swapping loot all the time. I personally would rather just have the different Squires in their own set of loot, in their own set of gear. Just turn off hardcore if you don't like the timers, Luke. Until you get more comfortable with it. No timers on hardcore. Or no timers if hardcore's turned off. But eventually, I mean, it won't take you long. You'll get to the point where the timers are just trivial. You don't even think about it. Yeah, you're going to need multiple heroes in Rifted mode for endgame. You can have the first defense and any other defense fused on the same hero endgame. But if you want to build any other defenses besides the first one and whichever one you choose, then you have to have another hero, or, like I said, swap their gear in and out whenever you want to use them. You'd only be able to use one at a time. Yeah, I mean, when you're first playing through, fill your deck up, make one of each hero, leave one hero behind. Yeah, every defense can be a fusion defense. They all have their own individual benefits. The base benefit of fusion is there's no enemy that counters it. So, like if it's a fire defense and a fire immune enemy comes down the lane, well, that defense will do no damage to that enemy. Won't even shoot at him. Fusion has no counters, and it's its own element. So that's the base benefit. Fusion gear is all targeted farming, so there's no specific map. Each drop comes from a specific location, so depending on the thing you need is what you should go do. You have to have a fusion armor set to convert a tower to fusion. So each tower slot, like the first slot, the second slot, the third slot, fourth slot, and fifth slot, each has its own specific set of gear. Yeah, that'll be changing there, Uzar. But you got to remember, too, the fusion also does double damage to any rifted enemy. So that's part of the reason why in the past the stats were lower. Is you're doing double damage. Because every enemy in rifted mode is a rifted enemy. So you would do double damage to all enemies in rifted mode. But, I mean, like I said, hopefully that update hits Switch soon. I mean, it's in, you know, like I said, it's in their lot check. So Nintendo is got a little bit of a reputation for taking a exceptionally long time to get those certifications and stuff done. Man, rate and range. Boo! That would be such a hot item if it was power and rate. I mean, it's still a keeper. Oh my god, man, I cannot get a monkey. What the hell? Nothing but junk. The earlier one was junk too. I'm hoping it hits soon. Yeah, but I mean, there's plenty to do in the game. Oh, I've been past praying, Luke. I mean, I've been begging and pleading, you know? Nice, Themic, grats. Now it's time to go for 8. Well, the basics for a builder is you'd want to have all 4 builder stats. What the hell? Oh. On a builder, you'd want all 4 builder stats, or it's just a piece of crap. For the monkey that I'm trying to get now, it's got to be at a 0.33 attack speed, and it's got to have the 3 stats. If not, I'm just not interested. So that's how I can look at it so quick and say, oh, POS, you know? But for like a builder hero, you want all 4 builder stats, and then as the passives, you want 2 of 3 stats on a damaging defense. And that's power, this percentage defense damage, or defense rate. You want 2 of those 3 on every builder piece. With the exception of utility defenses. Like if it's a hero that's just doing gas traps or snare R's or whatever, then of course range is going to be far more important than anything else. Well, it depends what you're going for, you know? If you're trying, like on my auras, I've got range on a few pieces as well, because I just wanted my auras to be bigger. But if you're going for pure damage, then you want to go either power, rate, or a % damage increase. But the base of it, the very first goal that you shoot for, is all 4 builder stats. Oh, no problem, man. Oh, there's no shortage of farming for anyone. That is for certain. There, Dream Villain. No shortage of farming. He's really good as a builder. In early game, he's very powerful as DPS, but the Apprentice has issues with their health scaling. And in Massacre mode, everything hits really, really hard. So the Apprentice has a hard time staying alive. Well, those Lycan King bonus waves are no joke. They're tough to do. I mean, some are easier than the others, but they're definitely no joke. The monkey shop will be open in 2025 when trading comes. You getting crazy good monkeys there, Aramir? Crazy good ones. You got a few? I've got a usable one now. It's on my Squire, I think. But it's definitely not good. It's just, it's usable. There isn't really a best builder. It's a game of, you know, builds complement or towers complement each other. I would probably, if I had to pick one, I'd probably say the EV. Because no matter how your build goes, you're always going to have buff beams. And most likely, you'll probably have reflex as well, making the EV probably one of the most used builders out there. Stupid spider. Yeah, the Squire is the highest DPS in the game. Their Casa. It's just insanely boring to play. There's only one. There's only one option. And that's the weapons from the keep. Nothing else will compare. Like, at least as far as ranged heroes go, you know, the best weapon is the one from the keep. But there are other options that are decent. The Squire does not have that luxury. It is all about the keep. Yep, the Smasher from the keep is the shit. And even if you're not using spinning steel, if you just want to go with an irradiate Squire, then you're going to want the other keep weapon. So it's all about the keep, you know? The Claymore, yeah. Spinning steel is a set bonus that's extremely powerful. Makes the Squire's little spinny move shoot out 4 blades that on boss fights you can get up close to them and all 4 will hit the target. So it just does a massive amount of damage. Yeah, what the hell, man? We got flyer issues again? Where are these flyer issues coming from all of a sudden? Yeah, Arcanist gear is wonked right now and not being picked up. Absolutely. You'll get there, Sacred Cow. I mean, I did that for an entire day before I got a build down. I wonder why wisps aren't attacking these flyers. I'm going to watch this one come in. Something going funny there with wisps and flyers. Oh, it finally attacked it. Or did somebody shoot it? I wasn't watching. I just did a video about the best weapons, Phoenix. You go watch the video. I'm not going to run through every weapon here on stream, man. What's special about them is they do more damage than everything else. Yeah, but the thing is there was nothing else there. Unless there was stuff behind me and I wasn't paying attention. Like there could have been stuff back here. That's why those AoE defenses are so important, you know, stuff like, because all towers are like that. But stuff like electric auras, that's why, like, right now, lightning towers are quite viable. And a lot of people prefer using lightning towers. But that exact targeting issue is why I always prefer using auras, is you've got a defense that it's not dependent on a targeting system. It's if a mob is in it, it's going to take damage, you know? I wish they would get traps fixed. I love building with traps. But traps are not in a great way right now. Well, I mean, they haven't. Traps are not scaling properly with defense rate. So it's near impossible to get down to the trap speed cap. And then since you're dumping all that rate into it, you're losing massive, massive amounts of power. So, traps are straight out bugged, in my opinion. I mean, there's no way that's intentional, right? That would be really, really good, Andreas, no doubt. But I think that's beyond Chromatic's capabilities, to be honest. I mean, that's a standard feature in lots of tower defense games, you know? Well, I mean, the reason they're not used is because of that right now. People would be using traps right now if they weren't all wonked. It's tied to deeper well, KS, so you got to do deeper well on the next difficulty to get the next one unlocked. Another junk monkey. Junk monkey. I get all 3 stats and then it's not at the speed cap. Like, god damn it. So terrible. Alright, one more, y'all. One more. Then I gotta get off here and kick it in gear and get some shit done today. But one more. Pardon me. Bloons games are incredible games. They're both good games there, Dark. Play the one you like the most. They're very, very different games. Yeah, I gotta finish. This is my to-do list today, y'all. I cut the grass this morning, and we got 5 acres, remember? So when I say I mowed the lawn, I mowed the fucking lawn. It's a chore, you know? I did that this morning, but this afternoon I need to... Well, first off, I need to get a video edited and rendered for this evening on YouTube. But then I've got to do laundry. I've got to finish soundproofing my studio room here. And then my wife is going to want me to help. She's doing a little... She's putting together a little, like, patio garden out in the backyard. And she's going to want me to finish. She's going to want me to help her out. Help her finishing that up. The soundproofing is actually almost done. I've got one wall to do. And I have all the... I put the acoustic tiles have to expand, you know? So I set them all out and let them expand overnight, so they're all ready to install. I just need to put them all up. It drops gear from that survival. Act 4 is all random, but that's the whole point of a Lycan King bonus wave. Yeah, this is going to be my last game for the stream. I mean, I'll be back playing later, but I won't be on stream. If you're in Discord and you want to get some matches in, I'm probably going to be farming monkeys all day, to be honest. Or not all day, but you know what I mean. Any time that I get in today. Die, kobolds, die. Nightbot has been in slow motion mode here, and there it goes. It responds really, really slow on YouTube. I'm not really sure why. It's probably something to do with the YouTube API or whatever. I'll have to check and see how many monkeys that was today. Well, I sold a couple of them. I didn't save them all, so I guess we can't check. Get wrecked, Flappy Bird. The Rogue is so awesome to play. Super, super fun. I will be live, even though family's coming to town. I'm not canceling anything. So I'll still be live quite often. And I'll be back live again tomorrow. 100% for sure. But it will probably be a little bit of a later start than today was. Patrick's, thank you so much for subscribing. I do appreciate it. What's going on there, Renee? How you doing? Yeah, Shroomies still suck. It's so sad. Shroomies are awful. They just need to bite the bullet and redesign the thing completely. I mentioned this before. I really think that the player base will completely understand. I mean, they're just a disappointment. They can't seem to get them working properly, and they don't know what they're going to do. The thing to do is completely redesign them. Make it like an aura or a trap or something like that that has a set explosion radius or whatever. You know? They explode prematurely. They chain off of each other and explode. So, like if you put 3 of them in a lane, the first one will go off. The first one it gets to an enemy will go off and it'll explode the 2 behind it. They've got pathing issues because it's following mob pathing. The list of what's wrong with them is long. The list of what's good with them is they look cool. That's it. So, I mean, like I said, they just need to bite the bullet and completely redesign the whole thing. 5K is what I always shoot for. You'll end up going way over that. But 5K is a really good point for range on auras in Massacre. The loot power level is a range based off of the difficulty of the map you're playing. Your character has nothing to do with it. Well, I mean, your character will influence the type of weapons that drop, but not the power level. Well, absolutely. Complain about anything you see you don't like, Unlucky. Just don't complain to me about it. I don't work there. I'm just some dude playing the game like you are. So the best thing to do is bring it up on Twitter. Bring it up in a public forum and tag them on Twitter. Or on their official forums, you know. Oh, nothing wrong with that there, Jack. Nothing wrong with that. My stats are all blown out of proportion right now. I'm at the end of my farm. So this is not something you would do as a brand new player busting into Massacre mode. So my stats are higher than you think they are. They're all blown out. I mean, I've been grinding the game nonstop ever since the update came out. I'm not in low-end stats anymore. So every builder is like 12k main stat, 7k everything else. I haven't gotten over 13k yet, but I've been farming pets and weapons is why. I think I could probably get there if I get going on farming some armor. I just been straight up grinding pets and weapons. My range is like 7,000 on my monk, I want to say. 7,000 or 7,500, something like that. My range on my gas traps is 12,000. I mean, my stats are all blown out. I've been farming the shit out of the game. The funny thing is from 6,000 range to 12,000 range, your gas traps don't even gain 1 meter in range. The diminishing returns is so huge on range, it's ridiculous. Literally, from 6,000 to all the way to 12,000 range, gas traps gain less than 1 meter. Well, you're supposed to kill them with your hero, Geek. Your warden has nothing to do with it. You're not supposed to be waiting for the wisp to kill him. You're supposed to kill him. It's a boss fight. If you sit there and wait for your towers to do it, I mean, come on. Get on out there and kill him. You can do it, Jason. You can do it. Just watch for ogres. Don't rush the boss. No, the gemstones are really best for if you're going to be playing an AFK build where you're sitting on a tower stack or whatever. But yeah, it would make my auras stupid. Or my gas traps stupid. But it's such a limited value. Somebody didn't loot their chest yet. It'll auto pop. There's no Arcanist in there to worry about. Well, yeah, I mean, you wouldn't want to make a giant gas trap. You could, but you wouldn't want to. But yeah. So that's my gas traps. That's my auras. Actually higher range than I thought, 8,600. But watch this. Oh, look at this. I got no points applied. That's why my power is so low. It's a multiplayer thing, huh? How weird. That's quite strange. Well, I mean, on my Huntress, all I'm doing is gas traps because all the other traps are garbo. Darkness traps are good. Gas traps and darkness traps are the only traps you're going to want to use on Huntress right now in end game. So all I care about is the range. Well, it's still not showing the stat, though, even after I put them in, is the weird part. Anyway, so if you look at 8,600 range, right? 8,600 range is 9.44 meters. So 8,600 is 9.44. We'll say we got rid of our set bonus. Let's get rid of a bunch of stuff, actually. What does that take us to? That takes us to 4,600. Oops. 4,600 is 8.2 meters. So you see what I mean? Once you get up to 5K, 5K range is the sweet spot for Massacre mode for auras. The amount you're gaining for blowing way past that is so small. So 8.2 meters with 4,600 range. God dang it, I did it again. And 9.4 meters for 8,600 range. It's just such a tiny gain for a massive amount of stat that you're dumping into it. Yeah, all of my armor pieces are for bonus waves. I'm sure I probably got a piece or two from the keep. Act 4 drops random fusion pieces. So, I mean, you can get anything. Yeah, 10 meters at 12K range, which is not even 1 meter more than what I've got at 8K range. So why on earth would you dump 4,000 of your points into range to not even get 1 meter? You know, it's a joke. The scaling, I mean, it's diminishing returns. It's how it works. Range has diminishing returns from the very beginning of the game. I don't know. I don't have the image anymore, but Insanity and Sophisticus, back when the game first came out, they had a screenshot in Tavern of flame bursts shooting at the dummy. There was a dummy over here, and they had one flame burst that had 0 range, and it was like right here. Then they had one flame burst that was like 25 range, and it was like right here. Then one with 50, and it was like here. And then one with 100, and it was like not even one of these little squares going from 50, 100 in additional range. It just starts falling off super duper quick. Yeah, see, that's just 1,000% not worth. So you're not even 1 meter bigger than mine, Aramir, for 5,000 more stats. Not even worth in any way. Anyway, y'all, that is going to get it for me for today. I'll be back on playing later on, so if you're in Discord, you want to get some matches in, give me a holler. You see me playing later on. But thank you all so much. Have a wonderful start to your week, and I will see you all soon. Take it easy.